We like making kombucha, don't we?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we do. Oh goodness, our friends, the Hornsbys, got us started on this. What did they give us? They brought us a SCOBY, and we didn't know what to do with it. Thankfully, they made a video, and we are going to link to their video as well, because they gave step-by-step how to do this, and we loved it when we tasted it. So John Luke has become my partner making kombucha, and he actually does most of it. I just kind of join in. So it started off with me making it, and he quickly joined me, and now it's pretty much his baby. But we're both gonna work on this together today, right?
We have 3 pots of boiling water, and each one has 4 quarts of water in it, so a gallon.
A gallon in each pot, right? So we are a big family. We make a lot at a time. We make 3 batches at a time, and a couple days later, we make 3 more batches at a time. We only have to do 1. However, this is our setup.
We have 3 cups of sugar, 1 cup for each one. And we have a stack of 6 tea bags, so we have 3 stacks to put in each pot. And we have a whisk to stir all the sugar in.
Good to go. All right, so we're using green tea. You can use black tea if you'd rather, but we like green tea. For a pot of water, a gallon of water, we're gonna use 6 tea bags, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then we have our sugar. We like to use non-GMO sugar.
We put 1 cup of sugar and 6 tea bags in each pot.
All right, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's put a cup of sugar in.
Whisk it up. We're just melting it and getting it dissolved.
And now what are you gonna do?
We're gonna put 6 tea bags now. We like putting them over the sides so they will be easier to get out.
Pot number 1 is done. Okay, pot number 2.
Another cup of sugar. Whisk it up. Whisk, whisk.
Looking good.
Then we put 6 more tea bags in this one.
Where'd it go?
2 more. Then this pot's finished too.
Okay, last one.
Last one, put another cup of sugar. And we whisk it up. And just lay them together. We're gonna let these sit for about 2 hours.
We're gonna let them sit until they cool. And then we're gonna come back and we'll do the next process in a few hours. So we'll just go about our day and then we'll come back in a few hours, yeah? And work on the next step. Good to go. Okay, what do you like about kombucha?
I like kombucha because it's so yummy and I love drinking it.
It's good, isn't it?
Yes,
We
ma'am.
don't drink sodas in our home. We rarely drink juices unless it's muscadine juice or a juice that we make, but we love drinking kombucha because of the health benefits, the probiotics in it, right? Is that why you drink it, because of the probiotics? No, you just like the way it tastes, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you like the process. Yep, a lot of fun. Okay, so we'll come back in a few hours and start the next part. All right, now the fun part begins. We have let our tea cool. It's room temperature. Didn't mention this before, but water quality actually matters. You want kombucha for the health benefits that it has. You want those good probiotics in your kombucha. So water quality actually contributes to that. It's best to have water without chlorine and without fluoride in it. And that's hard to come by, I realize these days, especially with city water. We are on well water, so that's great, but we weren't always on well water. We used to go as a family to a spring about 30 minutes from our house and fill up our water jugs. We'd take our lunch there and spend time as a family with our little kids filling up our water jugs with this fresh spring water. So that works too. But the better quality water you have, the better your kombucha will be. So we did use well water, and now our tea has cooled. It's room temperature. Over here, I told you we're making a triple batch today. So I brought all 3 of these with me, but we're just gonna work with one of them right now. It's been covered with a coffee filter for the past 2 weeks. I went over a little bit 2 weeks. It's not an exact science, okay? But we did go a little bit over 2 weeks on these. The first thing I'm gonna do is take the SCOBY from the top. Oh my goodness, look at this. It grows. That's the really fun thing. This grows and it can divide into more than one SCOBY. We just keep another jar where we keep our SCOBYs going so we can split these. I won't split it right now, but you see how nice and pretty that is. And now I'm gonna pour what's been fermenting for the last couple weeks. I'm gonna strain it over my strainer, swish it around in there to get all that goodness from the bottom. So there we go. Now, this is the good stuff that's been fermenting for the last couple weeks. Then I'm gonna take about a cup of our kombucha, a little bit less, and I'm gonna put it right over that SCOBY. And that's gonna be used in our new batch, to start our new batch shortly with the tea that we've already made today. Okay, so but now we have the rest of this is gonna go in our bottles. We have 7 kombucha bottles right over here that we're gonna use. So we do 7 bottles per batch. So 1 gallon of tea for us produces 7 bottles of kombucha. Bottles, where do you get them? If you wanna make your own. Well, sometimes we've bought kombucha at the store, so we're using some store-bought bottles here. I've also bought kombucha bottles as well that are a little bit cheaper when you purchase them without having anything in them. Why don't we buy store-bought kombucha? 2 reasons. Number 1, they're more expensive. They go for about $4 a bottle at our grocery store. Sometimes they're more. They also have been pasteurized for the most part. Anything that's been pasteurized, you're going to kill off some of the good stuff. You want to keep those good guys. You want those good bacteria. That's part of why we do this, is so that we have a healthy drink, not only tasty, but healthy. So that's another reason why we don't like to buy them from the store. All right, so there's our bottles. We set our tops to the side, and we're gonna start filling these things up. This is the tea that we made earlier today. I'm gonna start filling up our jar. This is a 1-gallon glass jar. You could get a pickle jar from the store, enjoy the pickles, and then use the pickle jar. You could adjust your measurements and get a half-gallon jar, but we like the gallon jars. These are just some glass gallon jars that I ordered. Ideally, this would be in a pitcher, but I don't have a pitcher to pour it in, so I'm just scooping it as I go. You don't really have to do it this slow. This is just our setup. And once I put all the tea in here, we'll put the SCOBY in the top. All this is right now is green tea. Green tea we made earlier today. We're almost there. We've almost filled it up. I'm gonna move that aside for just a moment because now we wanna put the SCOBY in here. Ah, this is the goodness right here. This is what is going to make the magic happen with the fermentation over the next couple weeks. I've saved a little juice out from the last batch to pour into here. That'll help the fermentation as well. And then we're gonna take, I do 2 coffee filters. You don't have to, you could do 1, I do 2. Take a large rubber band, double it up, put it right over the top, and then I just put the new date on here. So I just calculate 2 weeks from the day, write it right on the top, stick it back in the pantry in a dark space, and I actually cover ours with a towel in the pantry so that it's really dark in there. And we'll make the next batch in another 2 weeks.
We're gonna fill up these kombucha bottles with pineapple and blueberries. We found that we really like these too, and we sometimes put raspberries in them, but this time we're just putting blueberries and pineapple. It is canned pineapple. So I just put like 2 pieces of pineapple in each one. And just see if I put it in all of them. Then I put 2 blueberries in each one. We add the fruit because it gives the kombucha more flavor. We usually use pineapple and blueberries, but you can put raspberries, or you can put mangoes, or you can put strawberries. So you can put anything that you want of fruits. Okay. Then, now that your fruit's done, you just keep doing stuff. Need to wash my hands. So I'm gonna fill these 7 bottles up with kombucha, the kombucha that's been fermenting for the past 2 weeks, and we're using a funnel that can fit in here, and we start scooping. The starting part probably takes the longest. We could pour this in a pitcher and do it the fast way, but we do it the slow route.
Spill it for effect.
This is how he consumes the remainder.
Don't spill. How is it?
It's good. It's really hard to drink out of here.
All right, we're finished with kombucha making for today. We made a triple batch, so here are the ones that we made for today. John Luke bottled them up, put the fruit in them. Again, we used blueberries and canned pineapple, but you can use whatever combination of fruit you like. We like the pineapple because it gives it a little bit of sweet. We prefer a little bit of sweet, don't we?
Yes,
you like
ma'am.
that? Yeah, especially the pineapple. He's a pineapple lover right there. So this is a triple batch. It made 21, but one batch makes 7 of these. What do we do with these bottles now? We don't put them directly in the refrigerator. We let them sit out for 3 days first so that they can continue a second ferment. So they'll sit out on the counter for 3 days, not here, we'll move them to a different spot. And then we will transfer them to the refrigerator and be able to enjoy them for another couple weeks after this. But you can leave them in the fridge for quite a while and they'll last. You might be wondering, where do I find a SCOBY? Well, we were blessed to have some friends give us a SCOBY. The Hornsbys gave us our first SCOBY and we were hooked, and it kept growing, and we've grown more and more SCOBYs since then to have extra batches. You can buy them on Facebook even. If you go to Facebook Marketplace or search online on Craigslist, you can find a SCOBY there, usually for about $5. That'll get you started, and they will multiply from there. So if you want a triple batch like us, you could buy 3 SCOBYs, but you could also just buy 1 and let it multiply to make sure you like it first, and just try different combinations. Let us know what you like in your kombucha. All right, we always like to finish by drinking a little bit of kombucha. This isn't one we made today. This one has been in the fridge for a little while, so we enjoy drinking these. Ready? All right, here we go. Cheers. So that's the end of our process. It is made, and we're ready to put this back in the pantry now. And we love drinking our kombucha. We encourage you to make your own kombucha. All of our kids love the kombucha. Good probiotics for everybody that doesn't take work to get in them. This is good stuff, isn't it? You like it?